Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. For today's video I'm going to talk to you guys about everything to do with journaling, how to get into it, how to genuinely enjoy journaling, because I really struggled with that in the beginning, and also how to stay consistent with journaling, and a whole lot of things in between as well. I know I mentioned this as a little segment in my Leveling Up in 2024 video, but I thought I'd make a separate video for it and go into more detail. So to start this journey, you want to first figure out what your main purpose is for journaling. There's so many different purposes of journaling. It could be for self-growth, for self-awareness, for healing, for manifesting, to be more emotionally aware of your feelings, which was a main one for me. But as there's so many different purposes for journaling, you're definitely going to find a purpose that aligns with what you're trying to gain from journaling as well. And once you've figured out what this purpose is, it makes it really easier for you to actually enjoy the process, because you know it's catered to you and what you actually want to gain from journaling, if that made any sense at all. And it's going to stop feeling like a chore and actually something that you now stick to because you're actually enjoying what you're doing, and therefore it's going to become a part of your routine and ultimately a habit that you continue throughout your life, hopefully, if you enjoy it. There's also so many different ways you can journal, and you need to figure out what works best for you so it doesn't feel like a chore. Because I know in the beginning when I started my own journaling journey, I really struggled finding the ways that worked for me, but I only found out the ways that did work for me through trial and error, which you're ultimately going to have to do so you can figure out what actually works best for you. The different journaling ways include a manifestation journal, a gratitude journal. This is the only way you're going to stay consistent in your journaling journey, because if you know what your purpose is and you've figured out what ways work for you the best, then of course you're going to stay consistent because you genuinely enjoy it. Silly as that may sound, I literally started journaling, I want to say 2 years ago, but I literally was not enjoying it, so I just stopped journaling and I just gave up with it because one way didn't work for me, so I thought that was it. I didn't really know there were other ways you could journal. So that's why I'm making this video, for all of you guys who are also struggling. But just because one way of journaling didn't work, it doesn't mean the rest aren't. That's why you genuinely need to try all different ways. And the best way to do this is to find a journal that has all the little bits of journaling that you'd want to have in your day-to-day life. So I did talk about this in my other video of Leveling Up in 2024, which if you haven't watched, make sure to go watch it. After 2 years, I finally started my journaling journey again. I think it was during the summer, but I started with the Journal by Roxy, because at this point I still didn't know what ways to journal and what ways were working for me, because they clearly hadn't been, so I needed to find another way. And what I loved about this journal was it had literally everything step by step, and all the different ways I could journal as well. So I'm going to show you guys what it looked like on the inside, just so you guys can see. But this journal is a 12-week transformation self-love journal, which I really needed at the time, and I think everyone needs at any point in time. To begin with, here you can see all the different weeks and what each week we're focusing on, and ultimately what we're doing to achieve our best self and generally just love ourselves even more. I'll show you guys the actual journaling methods that I loved in this one. So this was one of the main ones that I realized I was enjoying. So it's basically a positivity journal, which at the end of the day you go through your whole day and write down what you enjoyed that day, what you got done that day, and all the things that made you happy throughout that day. This way you're not looking at the negatives, because it's a positivity journal, but you're reflecting on your day, and even if you had minor small things that went wrong, you're not thinking about that as much, and you're trying to just change the narrative of how you see your day, which I really loved, and I'm glad this journal helped me do that. Day-to-day journaling layout looked like this. So it would have how I'm feeling today in the morning, emotionally and physically. And you'd write a self-love action of the day that you're going to do. So this could be going on a walk, going to the gym, your evening routine, whatever self-love means to you. So you put down 3 of your top priorities, then a daily affirmation, a daily to-do list, and then obviously the positivity journal. So through using this journal for 12 weeks, I really enjoyed the positivity journal and the whole gratitude aspect of it when ending the night, and I knew this was definitely something I was enjoying doing and it wasn't feeling like a chore to me at all. But I did struggle with remembering what I got done in the day and how my day actually was when it came to like nighttime and I'm just writing everything. I was like, wait, I actually don't remember much, but I tried to put down as much as I could. So I would recommend this journal to everyone starting to figure out what works for you. And also, because this is a self-love type of journal and a transformation journal, anyone who is on their own self-love journey, I definitely recommend this, because this is more to do with that aspect of it than actual journaling, if that makes any sense. But I definitely recommend this to everyone. Now I'm currently using the 5-minute journal, which I can't express how much I enjoy and love it. I feel like everyone uses this, and you've definitely seen it on TikTok or anywhere, but I'm just going to show you what it's like on the inside. So this one is a day and night journal. You wake up and you've got a little quote for your morning, or if it's not a quote, once a week you'll get a weekly challenge as well, which is always nice. You start your day off with gratitude, which I've really just fallen in love with doing. I feel like it really sets the tone for my day. It honestly just makes me wake up feeling way more positive and ready to start my day than if I just woke up feeling really sluggish. Even if I do, this really helps me get through it. After the gratitude, it's what would make today great, so you actually know what you're going to do this day and what you're trying to gain out of it. Then obviously a daily affirmation. With my daily affirmations, I keep the same one until I've genuinely internalized this affirmation, because I feel like changing an affirmation each day wasn't getting to my brain and it wasn't really doing much, because I would have said it for the day and that's it. Then to end the night, you have your highlights of the day, which is the positivity journal in this, and you write down the 3 things. And also to end with, you write, what did I learn today? I'm not gonna lie, from time to time I struggle with writing what I learned that day, because sometimes I just don't know what I learned that day. But I do love doing this because I've only started using this since the end of December. I like to look back and I like to look at what I've learned that day. And so it's nice to remind myself with, oh yeah, I didn't like that. Oh yeah, I did enjoy doing that, and things like that. Stop myself from repeating the things that I wasn't enjoying or doing or anything like that. So it's generally a really nice way to look back as well. I'm going to show you guys an example of a weekly challenge. This one is, the funniest movie I've seen is, and then you fill it out, lift your spirit and watch it again this week. There's just things like that throughout this journal, which I really love, because the other day I got one that was like, what's your favourite song? Wrote down, I actually don't know what my favourite song was, but I just put one that was really uplifting. Do you know what I actually think I put? I put down, you know, Rihanna's Super Bowl performance. I feel like that's just a very uplifting, you know, gets me ready for the day type of one. So I put that down. And I listened to it in the day and it just made me feel better, because it's my favourite, but it is one that uplifts me. So yes, if you are starting your journaling journey, I recommend this as one of the ways to find out what you enjoy doing. And also, this is just a really good way to implement journaling in your life, because in gratitude in the morning, gratitude in the night, which, I mean, who doesn't love to do gratitude? Like, it's really, really beneficial. Now, this is a mental dump. This has really, really helped me since, I think I started, let's see when the first day I started this one was. August. So it was August 23rd. I really love having this as my mental dump, because I don't talk to people about my emotions. This is a really good way for me to just write down everything I'm feeling in my brain that I've just bottled up and not told anyone or anything. It's just a nice way to get some clarity on my thoughts. Honestly, just stay in touch with my emotions and check in with myself. So I love having this. Since August, I've done it every month. Also, when I do these monthly dumps, I cover every aspect of my life and everything that happened that month, which is why I love looking back on these and just reading back. Although it hasn't been ages, I do love reading back on some of the pages. I'm like, oh, it's crazy to think how much you changed from even a few months ago, and your thought processes. In the beginning of the month, I'd put down what my goals were for that month, and at the end of the month, I'd put down everything I'd done that month and everything I'd reached and what was making me closer to reaching my ultimate goals, which is really nice to look back to, because it was, even though I didn't reach a goal I had for that month, I was getting still closer to reaching that. And if it wasn't as productive as you would have liked, by writing it down, you become self-aware of your actions from that month, and then you can take it into next month and change that and put in some habits that make you more productive. I recommend this to everyone because it's just a nice way to get your feelings all out on a page. But I will say your hands will hurt so much, because when I start, my monthly dumps consist of 5 to 6 pages minimum, and I'm literally writing and writing and writing, and my hands hurt a lot, but it's always nice to look back to. However, that being said, and saying, oh, it's always nice to look back to, this big journal, oh my god, this was from 2 years ago. Stopped journaling because I realised I just I was just like, I had enough of it. I was like, I can't even be bothered to write anymore. Yeah, when I started out, it wasn't a good idea to try and do it every day because I just felt like it was a chore. I was really trying to make this work, but a day-to-day journal was just not working for me at that time. But I think it will work now, so I might try doing that again. This is why I definitely do recommend journaling. It's really helped me and I'm really starting to enjoy it as well, especially doing gratitude in the morning and night and my monthly dumps. Those are my two favourites. What I love about this journal is from one place to another, to back to that place to another, and then it's all over the place, but that's what I love about it because I don't have to think about what I'm writing, I just write it down. People also do use journaling prompts, which I've personally never done, but I might start trying that, but I don't know how much I'd enjoy doing that because I love my monthly dumps where I don't have to think about the specific thing I'm talking about because it's all being written down. But I know journaling prompts help a lot of people who are in their healing journey, and these journaling prompts also really help people who have something specific they're trying to tackle in their journaling journey as well. So I think definitely have a look at that. There's so many journaling prompts on TikTok, on literally Google, literally search it up anywhere, you'll get so many journaling prompts that can help you start your journaling journey and see if that's the way it works for you. If not, I do recommend trying to do a monthly dump maybe and see how that works for you, if not a weekly one. Just trial and error with all these different journaling ways, and I promise you'll find the way that works best for you and a way that you genuinely enjoy. If you're still struggling with making journaling a habit and also sticking to it and being consistent with it, put it as a reminder for when you wake up, whatever time it is, and make that the first thing you do. Put a post-it note if you have to, write when you wake up, whatever wall you see, put it there. Put your journal literally on your bedside table with a pen, open it to the page, put your pen in there, open your pen if you have to, and just make it as easy as you can for when you wake up, or whenever you're journaling, make it as easy as you can so you're more likely to do it. But by putting a reminder, it really helped me as well because I'd see the reminder and I'm like, okay, well, if I'm in bed, then it's right next to me now with a pen. What is stopping me from literally just writing in it? And obviously because I actually started enjoying it, I was more likely to remember it as well. For beginners who are just starting out their journaling journey, some tips I would give you is stop putting so much pressure on journaling. It's meant to be an easy and free space for you to just write everything you have down, and it shouldn't require so much thought and so much pressure shouldn't be put on it because it's just genuinely meant to be a fun way for you to just put your emotions out and just stay in touch with your emotions as well. Stop putting that pressure on you. If you don't enjoy a way, you don't enjoy it. You don't need to try it anymore. Just stop doing that way. Try another way and see what works best for you, but don't put pressure on it if it doesn't work or if you're not enjoying it, because you're gonna hate it more. Nothing's gonna change if you keep putting pressure on it. Also, because there's so many different ways of journaling, you don't need to just stick to one way. You don't have to just stay on the same way of journaling for the rest of your life. I literally have so many different journals that cater to a different purpose I have for journaling, so you don't need to just stick to one way of it. You can literally have a different journal for every different purpose you have, and I guess that's kind of what makes journaling fun. I think that's it for today's video, guys. I hope I was able to help you in any way and also help you start your journey in journaling as well, and any of my tips were helpful for you. If they were, please comment down below, and if you have any more questions for journaling, put them down below. I'll reply to them, and hopefully it was a helpful video, and thank you so much for watching. I also might have repeated so many things, but it's only to make it stick and make you guys genuinely understand what I'm trying to say.